a year actually. I think we could be coming close to our 12th month. So it was originally started by Alexis in Georgia in the United States, and then I took it over around about, I think it was June, July time, and ever since then we've been, every month we organise bring a load of chefs together, and then we do a cooking Saturday. And today's the 19th of February. I can't believe how quickly these come round. So hello, Caroline's in the house. Good to see you, Caroline, and Melanie as well. Lots of people coming live. Lots of people coming live today. Lots of people coming in to watch the broadcast, which is amazing. One thing I forgot, well, I didn't realise you could do, is before you go live, you can actually share out to the places so people know you're coming live. I didn't realise I could do that. So you probably got the notifications first. So today the theme is air frying. I gave you the choice of air frying because a lot of people got air fryers for Christmas. I've had my Ninja for a couple of months now, 4 months, so I've had lots of practice with it. And this recipe that I'm going to do with you today is really interesting. I've always wanted to make my own KFC. Now, I found a recipe online, and then I realised I couldn't get half of the ingredients, because it's so expensive to buy everything, in full. It would have probably cost me more to have got the ingredients than it will have done to get takeaway. So I decided not to do that. What I did was last week I experimented with some chicken, and I'm using chicken breast. I'm not using chicken thighs or anything like that. Nothing with bone on, because you want to experience. Even though a lot of KFC is, on the bone, a lot of people don't like that. So my recipe is going to be full chicken breast, and what we're going to do is we're going to add some spices. And this spice that I'm going to be using today, you could try with any spices with flour, and I'll show you the tip of how to make it. It's not going to take very long to cook, but I'm also going to use my Ninja, which has the smart probe, which actually cooks the chicken up to a 75 Celsius in the largest piece that I have, and that will ensure all the chicken is cooked. So it has time to rest, and then we're going to do some sweet corn as well on the grill. I've got the grill as part of the air fryer, so it's going to be a mix of things today. So hello, Dimmy, good to see you. Welcome to our Happy Saturday. So I should say who's coming up then today. So there was a change around. As I say, I'm on a little bit later, but if you're watching on the replay, put #replay. So up next after me, we've got an hour with me, although it shouldn't take that long. We've got Brenda over in Ohio is up after me. Then we have Gemma in Leeds, which is not far away. Gemma's coming live. We've had a bit of snow today, so I know she had a few problems trying to get her shopping. So hopefully everything will be fine. And I think she might be coming live on Twitch. I'm not sure. So make sure you're following each people. Follow on Haps, but they'll let us know if they're going to be on a different platform. And then after Gemma, we have Melanie Faye down in Boston at 8 o'clock UK time. And then we have, who's on after Melanie? Oh, yes, it's me again. I'm going to be with you for probably about an hour and a half. We're going to do a bit of a food quiz. I've got a really good quiz for you today. It's a food-related one. I'll try and keep it food-related. And we're going to learn some amazing fruits and vegetables that have hidden benefits, believe it or not, hidden like elements and things, ailments, things that will improve your well-being and stuff. So that should be fun. Then we'll do a bit of Wordle later, and then maybe some Hangman as well. We'll see how it happens. So, and then after that, we have, to close the day off, we have Mr. J Opera over in Branson, Missouri. So yeah, that should be fun. So, have I missed somebody? Have I missed someone? Who have I missed? So 5, 6, 7. I've missed somebody. Who have I missed? Oh dear. Whoever it is, they're going to kill me. Anyway, I shall have a look shortly. So let's get started then. So I'm going to spin you down. And I should say next month as well. Next month's theme is specifically for Melanie Faye, who watches our broadcasts every day. She watches loads of people cooking, and some of the recipes are actually tailored to that, but not committed to that. So what I would like you to do, if you would like to do next month's March's challenge, I would like you to find a favourite recipe, your favourite recipe. If it has wheat in it, you need to swap it because we are going gluten-free next month. So gluten-free recipes is for Melanie Faye for next month. So Darby, of course, it's because I was thinking Darby. Yeah. Darby Jones is on World Kitchen on the Facebook group. So if you want the link for that, go onto my profile here on Haps, click on it and find World Kitchen, follow the group, and then you won't miss Darby. I'm so sorry, Darby. We were even talking earlier. So, right, let's get started then. Let's do this. Are we ready for chicken? Are we ready for some chicken? Hi, Brenda. Good to see you. You don't see me on Haps, says Brenda. Okay, I'm not sure why that is. I'm not quite sure. And if you're watching on Reddit as well, please follow the Haps News channel, which is where I'm broadcasting to, which I'm lucky to broadcast to. Let's move the camera away. They'll think that I'm filming outside. Yeah. Reddit, make sure to follow the Haps News and follow me as well on Reddit, Aidan Leeds 1, and follow me here on Haps, Aidan Leeds. Right, let's get started. I feel like chicken tonight too as well, so hopefully you can all see that. Now this, I actually have for you a very special recipe. This is the recipe that I was looking at. This is the recipe for the actual KFC. So if you want to make your own real KFC actual, the food itself from KFC, this was the recipe that was leaked. So I'm going to show you it, and then I will do my own. So what you're going to need is you want flour, plain flour, buttermilk. I might not be on Reddit, Anne, but thank you. Good to see you, Anne. Anne's another broadcaster who comes live as well, but not this month. So you want flour. If you're doing it the KFC way, they use buttermilk, and then they add 1 cup of buttermilk and add it to the chicken. Then they put it in the fridge. So I could have easily used milk and popped the chicken in the milk. I'm not going to do that, as I say, because I made this last week without putting it in the fridge. But that is a really big tip, is the American ways. They actually put it in buttermilk and then put it in the fridge. And then for the actual spices, you got 2 cups of flour, 2/3 of salt, of a tablespoon of salt, half a tablespoon of thyme, half a tablespoon of basil or basil. You can write all this down. If I can always upload this. Hey, Brenda, a tablespoon of oregano, tablespoon of celery salt, tablespoon of black pepper, tablespoon of dried mustard, 4 tablespoons of paprika, 2 tablespoons of garlic salt, tablespoon of ground ginger, 3 tablespoons of white pepper. Add it to the flour and then coat it 7 times. So that's the actual KFC recipe, but we're not going to do that. We're going to cheat a little bit and use this, a Caribbean seasoning, and this is by a place called the Spice Emporium. And you can actually pick these up in a shop in the UK called B&M. So we're going to use this because most of the ingredients on this are in here, although this is quite heavy in salt, so it is a little bit of a cheat. But I thought let's try it with these spices first, and then you can, as I say, you can experiment with this and do your own chicken. So first thing we need to do is we're going to take our chicken, and I've got quite a lot of chicken here. So here's all the chicken that I'm going to use. I'm going to cook all this chicken. I'm not doing it all tonight, but so here is all the chicken. Loads of chicken there. And we're going to cut this up. I'm going to put it onto another plate because then we're going to coat it and make the flour mixture. So what I've done is I've dried this. Some of this is dried. We're going to cut these up into strips, and preferably each chicken breast you want to cut into about, if they're small chicken breasts, then maybe thirds. So cut them into thirds if they're quite small chicken breasts. If it's big, you can probably get 4. And I use chicken breast because I don't like bones. So I'm just going to cut these up into little pieces. Doesn't matter how you cut them. But just remember, because these are going to go into an air fryer, you want to make sure that, number one, they fit in the air fryer. And also make sure you don't cut them too small because you like a good piece of chicken. So they're huge, aren't they? Huge. So now the top ones that I've actually dampened them with some paper towel. That would have been all right, actually, that one. As I say, I'm just going to cut it a little bit smaller. Okay. So the small ones I probably will do later. Okay, I've got 4 chicken breasts here. I've got 4 chicken breasts. Just wondering who that is outside. Okay, we've had a bit of snow here, so it's very icy outside. What are they doing? They're drawing in the snow, taking pictures. We used to do that. We used to be able to go out in the snow and, you know, do a snow angel, all that sort of thing. Anyway, so let me know in the chat how much chicken you like. A bit of, yeah, I've got quite a bit of chicken here. So I'm just cutting them all up at the moment. I like quite big pieces though. I prefer bigger pieces over. Oh, that's what I was talking about. I was saying because there's moisture here, I didn't do the bottom ones, so just dampen these. I'm gonna have to wash my hands. How's the snow up there, Gemma? Did you get quite a lot of snow up there? Just empty this. We've not even started yet, have we? What time are we on? What time are we on? 10 past, that's fine. Quick wash of the hands. So let me know if you've ever done this before. Maybe some people have made fried chicken before. You can obviously do this with. I was actually suggested to do this recipe with fish, and then I should say. So that's the chicken. I'm going to cut that one up a bit later. I don't need to do them all. So we've got our nice pieces of chicken here. Okay. Next thing we're going to do then is we're going to make up our flour mixture. So it's really, really simple. I'll give that a quick clean. So we're going to take, you're going to get some plain flour. This is where you make your batter. And I don't know if I posted a picture actually of the chicken that I did the other day. And you want to get a cup. I'm going to use this one. This has got little donkeys on. A place called Blackpool. Let me know if you've ever been to. Oops! Oh dear. Sorry about that, guys. That happened to Melanie the other day, didn't it? I put that too far. Right. I'm getting all flustered here. Right, let's get the flour. And we're going to... It doesn't really matter how much flour you put in. It depends on how much chicken you're doing for. I think last time I put in about 2 cups of flour, and I had flour for days. So I went to go and buy some more chicken the day that I started doing this, and to use it all up. So you want a cup of flour. Now cup sizes are different all over the world, so just take a normal mug, a normal cup. As I say, it doesn't matter. And we'll go with 1 cup for now. Actually, no. Let's add a little bit more in. About 1.5 or 1.25 of flour. Okay, and then we're going to add the spice. So all them spices that I told you about. I'm going to take this off because it's a little bit easier if I can get it off. There we go. And then we're going to add 1 tablespoon, and I like mine quite, for the amount of flour you're using, 2 tablespoons of the spice. So get that in, and then we're going to mix that up. So you might want a little bit more spice actually. It just depends on how hot you like your... Let's add a bit more in. I'm feeling quite adventurous today. Wrong side. Okay, so mix it all in. Your flour will start to turn a little orange. There's a little tinge of orange in there. So that's enough spice. I think I did add more than that last time actually. So that's our basic flour. That's going to be our basic flour. Next thing we're going to do is we're going to... Now I've put this in the wrong thing. So I had some... If you've got breadcrumbs or like panko breadcrumbs or anything, or just normal breadsticks, you can crush them all up. This is what I was doing when Anne was on this morning, crushing up my breadcrumbs. The dough, you might think that because these are going to go in an air fryer, they might burn. They don't, trust me. Doesn't matter. Just make sure you've crushed them down quite a lot, because even if they're really fine as well, they might burn. Hey, Sandra, good to see you. So I'm going to just move them because I'm going to put them actually on a plate. Okay. Now, it doesn't take long for this. So that's the breadcrumbs. Okay. The reason I've taken it out, that's the breadcrumbs, is because we're going to now add some milk. Now, there's two ways you can use. You can use buttermilk. You can use buttermilk, or you can use normal milk. You could add a little bit of vinegar in here if you want to, but I'm not going to do that. So we're just going to fill this up with some milk. You don't want loads, again, but it just depends on how much milk how much chicken you're cooking. And I'm going to be cooking quite a lot of chicken. So there's the milk, okay. So now we come on to making these, and I need another plate to put all these on once they're done, because last time I put them straight in the Ninja. And you'll want to see me doing the Ninja, so let's get these ready first. So what we're going to do first of all, if I can find some space, hopefully that won't fall off again, is we're going to take the chicken and we're going to coat it in the flour. So are you all still with me so far? Put it in the flour. You can do it individually if you want. I'm not going to coat mine a few times. I'm just going to get it ready. So we're going to take the chicken, coat it in the flour, just mix it around. See all that? So we're just coating that chicken in that flour, in that spice. Really, really easy. Okay, and then we're not going to put it back in the flour. Some people do, some people don't. I'm just trying to find some space. And then we've got the milk here. We're going to put it into the milk, just gently dab it. You can, if you want to put it back in the flour if you want. But I'm not going to always do this. I'm going to take them breadcrumbs. Okay, I've not got a lot of space. Put it back in the milk and put it into them breadcrumbs. Turn it over. And that is our piece of chicken. That's one done. Do the same again. Take your chicken in the milk, in the breadcrumbs. I hope I've got enough breadcrumbs. And you don't have to put them all in breadcrumbs if you don't want to. Again, get your chicken in the milk, into the breadcrumbs. It's so simple. It's so simple. The thing is, I think that a lot of people think when you get KFC is there's myths that you think, oh, you're going to be deep frying it. So you need a deep fryer. You need all the oil. You don't, because these are going to go in the air fryer. And a lot of people think, oh, well, you need all these special spices. You can pick up your spices on Amazon. You can get them from a local supermarket. So, and all you need is breadcrumbs. As I say, breadcrumbs, these are just breadsticks. These are just breadsticks, which are cheaper than panko breadcrumbs, and you get more breadcrumbs then as well. Or you could even just get like normal bread. So again, it just goes in the flour, in them spices, in the milk, into the breadcrumbs. If it doesn't stick to the breadcrumbs, just get back in there with the milk. We've got loads of chicken here, so I think we're nearly there. Let's go to some of these big ones. As I say, you can put it into the milk if you want, put it into the flour, back into the milk again, into the breadcrumbs. You get the idea, guys? No, because the breadcrumb, you want that extra crunch. I did think that though the first time I made this. I thought yeah, the breadcrumbs are going to be too big. That's why I'm slightly worried about it burning, but actually no, it actually creates it. It actually makes it more crunchy. So we're nearly there. Just got 2 more left, and you see how much flour I've got left here. So that was only one and a quarter, was it? 1 1/4. I feel like I'm gonna be eating chicken for days. Into the milk. As I said, I think next time I want to try using buttermilk. It's not something I see when I'm at the supermarket. So right, one more, last piece, and then we're gonna put them in the Ninja. I'm probably have to do this in batches actually. And you could probably swap breadcrumbs for other things. Okay, I've got enough breadcrumbs there, I think, for later. So you want to see how it looks. Just quickly wash my hands. You could even add your spices on top as well. So I'll just show you here. Here is the finished breadcrumbs with the chicken. It's going to be so good. So let me know in the chat, what is your favourite thing to have with chicken? You want me to bring you some food? Yeah, I should try. Right, let's come over then. I'm going to actually show you the Ninja then. So this is thanks to everyone on Haps. You sent awards over the last, I think it was last 3 or 4 months. And this is, some of you have seen it already because I use it on my broadcast. So this is the Ninja Foodie. Let's move that flour out of the way, otherwise it's going to go everywhere. And it's really simple to use. We switch it on. Also, I'm going to add a little bit of oil. You can add a bit of oil to the... So this is the air crisper basket. We're going to switch it on, and because I'm using the probe to test my chicken. The smart probe. We're going to take this out, plug it in, and the reason I plug this in first is so... Sorry for swaying the camera around. And then I'm going to show you. I might have to show someone. We're definitely connected to Reddit now. Okay, so we plugged it in at the side, and here we've got the option. We press manual. We press preset. Or we want to press air fryer. Preset. Chicken, which is what we're doing. We press the start button, and then we're going to bring this down, and it's going to start to preheat. Okay, here is the chicken, which is going to go in there. You definitely do, Gem. Yeah. So here's the smart probe. We're going to plug that in. I'll not plug that in. I'm going to insert that into the biggest piece of chicken, and then this is going to go in the Ninja. Okay, so let's switch you back round, and then it will then start climbing up to 75 Celsius. Hello, Jay. Good to see you. Okay. Oh, sorry. Let's bring you back up. So while that's heating up, we're going to heat it at 200 Celsius. I can also cut up the rest of the other chicken. I'm going to go through with you some tips about using air fryers in general. So based on this book, so based from my Ninja Food. So if you've got any food and you've got an air fryer and you would like me to know how long to cook something for, this is your chance now to put in the chat, if you've got any questions. And then we're going to go through a few things, such as like what foods to cook at certain temperatures. There's actually things that you can cook in an air fryer that you think you don't think of. So I shall go through that in a minute. Right, let's finish off doing the other chicken. In fact, I will get that in a moment. So I'll try and read some of the comments. Jay says it looks like Hapsa comments are acting up with weird letters. Oh, right, yeah. So if that happens, Jay, when you just put a space, but that used to happen when the update happened, many like months ago. So maybe I don't know why it's come back again, but I think just press a space after you comment or something like that. Don't worry about it, Jay. Thank you, VG, for the Burst Award. Thank you, Carmen, for the Bomb Award. I'll try and read. Love the apron. Yeah, share. This was from Melanie. Melanie sent this apron, and she sent it, I think, in September. I think I've had it since September. Although Ninja actually sent me an apron as well when I bought the machine, so I could have worn that, but it's a little bit tight. Not this one. The Ninja one's a bit tight, so I need to sort it out. Egg, yeah, egg might help it stick, says Brenda. Yeah, I did think about using egg. I wasn't quite sure, but I just think because I had milk. Oh, we're ready. We're ready. I had some milk to use up. I thought let's use that. So let's put this in the Ninja then. This is the best bit. Oh, we need to insert the probe. Let me just do that first. Just bear me a second. Find the biggest piece. Well, they say actually use the smallest piece because then you know that's cooked. But I don't mind chicken, but you want chicken that's cooked. So biggest piece I've got here. Biggest piece. I found one. Right, I've got it. I've done it. Right, let me just wash my hands again because I'm going to be using the. Here's another tip for you: is if you've got an air fryer, use silicone tongs. Don't use normal tongs. Oh, thanks Brenda for the celebration, and Brenda as well. Thank you both. Brenda's. Right, let's flip the camera around. Here we go. So I've inserted the probe here. Let's open this up. And then we're going to take our tongs. These ones I got off Amazon. These are really good tongs. Okay, and then we're just going to insert this. So this goes in here like that. And I'm going to put a little bit of oil on here. I think that's the thickest one there. These are going to be beautiful. So we're putting it into the crisper basket. Some of these are going to be done before. But we want them really nice and crispy. So obviously you want a little bit of oil. I think that's the thickest piece there, so I'll try and keep the thickest ones down at the bottom. Okay, oh, that's another thick piece. And the last one here. Okay, so let's just add a little bit of oil. I've got some spray oil. Actually, no, I've not got any spray oil. Yes, I have. Bear with me a second. So what I'm going to do is take some sunflower oil. I think the cooking smoking point is about 400 or 420. So that's fine. This is 200 Celsius. And we just add a little bit of oil on here as well. Not too much, but just enough to make it really crispy. Okay, and then we're going to shut it, and then we'll leave it to do its job. So now it's telling me 75 Celsius, 15, it's currently at 15. It will cook really quickly, but then I tend to add it in for an extra 5 or 10 minutes. So it shouldn't take as long. I think it might take about 20 minutes, maybe 15 to 20 minutes. So let's flip the camera back round, and we're off. And it's cooking. It does make a bit of noise, does my Ninja, but you get used to it, and it's worth it. It's worth it. Oh, do we flip it halfway? You can flip it, yes. I do flip it. So, and then we can add a little bit more oil on the top. So, I'm going to finish off doing the rest of the other chicken. So, for anyone that's new, has just joined and wants to know how to do this, I'll flip you back around so you can see. Let's try and get this stable. Okay, so in here we've got milk, not buttermilk. We've got the spice mixture here. So I'm just going to cut up this piece of chicken. So we're doing some more chicken. And then if you've got any questions about air fryers, let me know in the chat. Right. So let's cut this up. And well, yeah, I've got quite a lot of chicken here, haven't I, guys? So I'm going to cut this one into thirds. So, and the reason you try and keep it even is so you know exactly how, it's cooked then. Okay, so 3 pieces of chicken, quick wash of the hands. Okay, let's add this to the flour. Don't want to contaminate the kitchen. So chicken in the flour. See, I've got loads of flour left. Let's actually experiment with this one. So they said to add it into buttermilk or milk and then coat it 7 times. So let's put it into the milk, into the flour, into the milk. As I say, I'm going to... Actually, it's taking off all the flour. I don't need to keep doing that. Into the milk, into the flour. You could add butter to some of that flour and add milk, and it would make a nice gravy. Ooh, that does sound nice, Shersha. I'm going to have to try that one day. Yeah, into the... I'd be slightly concerned because it's raw chicken. There's raw chicken in the milk. Wouldn't that make me ill? Probably. No, I'm gonna. Probably. Well, anyway, that's a big piece of chicken. I love this though. Right, add it back in the milk again. Into the flour. You're probably saying, "Oh, well, all the flour's coming off." So you want to really coat this chicken. Oh, sorry, into the flour. Into the flour. Add milk. Yeah, yeah. Into the flour for the spices. Yeah, not the other way around. Not that. Not that milk. The other milk. Fresh milk. Or uncontaminated milk. So, yeah, because it's making a sort of mixture here. Right. I think we've just got enough. Right, quick wash of the hands again. We're at 21 Celsius, by the way. So it is shoot up. Right, I'm going to empty this because I don't need this milk anymore. I'm going to use the tongs actually, so you don't actually, for those that don't like to touch chicken, we get our tongs, just like that. Oh, I forgot to, I just emptied the milk, didn't I? And I needed it for the crumbs. Oh well, maybe I could try this one without the crumbs and see how it tastes. Yeah, let's, because I did say I'd like to try that. So just the chicken in the flour, no crumbs. I bet that would actually taste really nice. Yeah, it's not going to stick because I don't have any. I could put a little bit more milk in. So I'll keep this one out. I've just got rid of that milk. Move the flour. Whoops. Add a little bit of milk. There we go. I'll just do it with that other piece. So you don't have to have the crumbs, the breadcrumbs, but it does just give you that extra crunch. Yeah, I could crack an egg, couldn't I? So that I'm going to do second, separately. Right, quick wash of the hands. I've ran out of breadcrumbs now, so... So let me know in the chat, if you're coming live today, what you're making. Let me know. Is that chicken breast? Yes, Monkman, it is chicken breast in a spicy flour, which we've put with some milk into some breadcrumbs, and then we're air frying it. So let's lift you back up. So has anyone got any questions about air fryers? Because I can tell you, I have done so many things in my air fryer. I've cooked meats, lamb, burgers, pork, chicken. I've done a whole chicken, a whole small chicken. But they say you can cut it in, take the backbone out of the chicken, and then it'll flatten the chicken. So that's a really good tip if you're worried about the size of your air fryer. So if you've got an actual roast, if you want roast chicken, then take the backbone out, flatten it, and there's a term, I think it's called spatchcock, I think, something like that. Or that's something different, which you can do. So hey Alexis, good to see you. Chicken pieces in coated and so Melanie's going to be coming live in 2 hours, 2 hours, no, 9 o'clock, sorry, after Derby Jones. She's going to be making chicken pieces in coating and steak beer with onion rings, mushrooms, and potato wedges. Ooh, I'm on my way. I'm on my way, Melanie. And Jay's doing a crispy, sticky, sweet and sour cauliflower oven over basmati rice. Oh, Jay. And Brenda, who's up next after me, is doing Parmesan chicken strips. So these are all foods that you can do in your air fryer. Now I should say, because we're doing air frying, obviously I know I'm using a Ninja, but we have a special lady in the house who actually sells air fryers. So if you do want an air fryer, speak to Alexis. So pop some emojis up, Alexis, so we can follow you. And Alexis, is there any air fryers on sale? Is there any discount that we can all give? Alexis can give to anyone watching today if you place an order? Maybe she might be able to do a special quote Happy Saturday, and you might be able to get a bit of discount off. So yeah, air fryers are amazing, and I used to watch Alexis right at the start with her air fryer, and all the recipes that she's made over the past 2 years, especially like being in lockdown as well. It's amazing how many recipes you can do. So there's no discount just yet, but there is a mystery host show, so that will get your price down, I think. So I'll host a show, and then you'll be able to get it at a cheaper price. So lots of love. Oh, where's my 1 second, if I can find it. Oh no, I can't find it. Yes, I can find it. Yes, I've got it. Here we go, guys. Sending the love. Actually, look, I've had this a while. Oh my god. It don't go over my face, does it? I'll end up. 1 second. No. Hello. Should have got this out last week for Valentine's Day, shouldn't I? Oh, it's telling me to flip. Right, this is our first look at the chicken. Here we go. So bearing in mind, it won't be really, really crispy yet. But are you ready? We're halfway there. Oh, wow. They look like chicken dippers. Let's turn these over. But we're going to add a little bit more oil on these. So we want them really crispy. So these are... But look how good they are already. What do you think? Obviously, I leave mine in a little bit longer. Did I flip that one? I don't think I flipped that one. Right. There you go. Alexis, put up a link. So click on that and you can order. Just going to add a bit more oil. Get yourself one of these spritzers as well. Alexa sells them as well. So I don't want too much on there. What do you think so far? Oh, right, we're gonna keep cooking. Let's flip you back, and then I'm gonna give you some tips. Now I think Alexis also has a air fryer Pampered Chef cookbook, like a cooking guide for your air fryers. If you need some more information, so I'm gonna give you some temperatures. Because a lot of people always ask, what food should you be cooking at certain temperatures? So we're going to go off Celsius. I think 200 Celsius is 400 Fahrenheit. 230 will be 460. 250 maybe about 460 or something like that. But if you convert it from Fahrenheit or to Fahrenheit, then you know the temperature. So I'm going to ask you a question. Do you know your facts about air fryers? Okay, so what temperature? So you've got 4 options: A, B, C, or D. Are you ready? 200 is low, 230 is medium, 250 is high, and 260 is max. What temperature should you cook corn on the cob? What temperature should you cook corn on the cob? A, B, C, or D? Pop your answers in the chat. What temperature should you cook corn on the cob? 200, 230, 250, or 260? And this is about grilling, really, not air frying. But remember, air frying uses the air around you to cook the food. Grilling is obviously more internal. Okay, so we've got some answers coming through. Melanie's saying A, 200. Jay saying 200. Shesha's saying medium. Yeah, I suppose really also it goes on the amount of time and the most efficient way of cooking. Yeah, 200 is 400. Yeah. So this is based on the Ninja recipe. Okay, I should tell you the answer is D, max. 260 Celsius is what you should cook corn on the cob for 13 minutes. So obviously you can only go based on the temperature of your own machine. So if you've got a machine that goes to 260, you can cook corn on the cob for 13 minutes. Yes, believe it or not, that 260. I think the chicken's nearly done, but I'm going to put it on for another 5 or 10 minutes, and then that should bring us nicely to Brenda's time. Okay, but don't worry because I will be on at 10 o'clock UK time, 5 p.m. Eastern time with our games tonight. Okay, right. Next question then. What temperature? So remember, this is about grilling. Really, I should be looking at air frying, shouldn't I? Okay, let's try another one then. Okay, what temperature should you cook chunky fries? What temperature should you cook chunky fries? I'm just going to leave it up to you. What temperature should you cook chunky fries in the air fryer? So Melanie saying 250. I think. Well, you can cook anything at a temperature, I guess, can't you? It's just how long you want to cook it for. So Jay saying max, Alexa saying 200, Melanie saying 250. But you remember, if you're cooking stuff at a higher temperature, it's more likely to burn. So you've got to be careful of that. I can tell you, one of you is correct. One of you is correct. The answer. So if you said max, that's 260. 200 is low. In an air fryer, the answer is, well, I say it's low, that's for grilling really, but the answer is 200 Celsius, and you want to cook them for 20 minutes. This is chunky fries. So 20 minutes according to my guide. We're up to 71 Celsius on the Ninja. Okay, here's your next one then. If I wanted to cook frozen sausages, what temperature should I cook them at? If frozen sausages, I'm looking at the wrong one here. Frozen sausages. Actually, I don't even have it on there. No, ignore that one. Ignore that one. Ignore that one. Sorry, guys. Okay, not frozen, normal sausages. At room temperature, what temperature should you cook them? You can change your answers if you want to, but that didn't go very well, did it? It's because this guide here is for like grilling, and they have certain foods for grilling, certain foods for air frying. We're at 73, by the way. The correct answer for normal sausages is 200 Celsius. Okay, if you're cooking also, I think low, if you're cooking frozen food, then you have to keep it at a lower temperature. I think that's the rule. Yeah, Alexis is saying 175. Yeah, so the lower the temperature if it's frozen. Oh, it's saying it's ready, but as I say, I'm going to put it on for another 10 minutes. Let's have a look. A lot of people are going to be like, no, you can't do that. Okay, you see, it's telling me to rest, and it's saying that's done. I'm going to take the probe out. Oh, it's very hot. Sorry. Should have realised that. So let's just... I don't have two hands here. Well, I do have two hands. I can't get it out. Oh. We are going to put this on again for another 10 minutes. But let's just leave it in. So let's just turn this off again, because I want these really crispy. I'm going to press air fry and just do it manually for about 5 minutes. So even though it's saying it's cooked, I want mine really crispy. So let's take this I want to take this off. Okay, I'll give you a few more. That didn't really go very well regarding the timings because I'm looking at grilling and air frying. So I'll just do the air fry ones in a second. Let me just take this probe out. Forgive me, guys. 1 second. They look amazing. It's so hot. You've got to be so careful. Okay, pop these back in. Yep. Right. Right, let's do a few more. We'll just do a few more, okay. Are we ready? Okay, here's your next one. Okay, this is a good one. This is a really good one. Okay, what temperature should you cook hash browns in the air fryer? Or frozen hash browns? Frozen hash browns, how long should you cook them in an air fryer? Okay, don't worry, Gemma, it's fine. So how long? Not how long. What temperature should you cook hash browns in Celsius? Melanie's saying 196. Okay, I'm going to tell you the answer is 180 Celsius for 20 minutes. So you're right. It's not. It must be at a lower temperature because I told you earlier before that if it's frozen food, you can cook most foods, but I wouldn't go over 200 Celsius with frozen foods. That's what I'm trying to get across here. So the quickest food. What is the quickest food you can cook in an air fryer? What's the quickest frozen food you can cook in an air fryer? What do you think is the quickest food from frozen? And it's quite interesting. This is a good one. Melanie, you might get this one. There's probably loads of foods you can cook and it'd be done quickly, but the answer is vegan sausages, frozen vegan sausages, okay, and onion rings. Peas, says Melanie, yeah. Not peas, no. I don't think I've ever done peas in the air fryer, but yeah, you probably could cook them in there. So I'm just giving it another two minutes just to make sure. Okay, what is the longest frozen food in the air fryer? What's the longest frozen food in the air fryer? Well, especially this machine anyway. Again, it comes on temperature, I guess. Excuse me. Now it says roast chicken. You're probably right there with roast chicken, yes. That's if your machine can cook from frozen. But if it's not meat, no meat related, well, it does have meat in. According to my book, the answer, excuse me, I'm losing my voice. Yes, chicken nuggets, frozen chicken nuggets, and that takes 22 minutes. Excuse me, I've got a tickle in my throat. Sorry about that, guys. Yeah, you can do and dehydrated foods as well in the air fryer. Yeah, I've got a dehydrated on mine, and I've not used it yet. I need to do them as well. Dehydrated food. Okay, one more then. Oh, actually, no, longest. Sorry, the longest food is not. The longest food is whole potatoes. Whole potatoes, 32 to 38 minutes. Can you believe it? Right, so that's enough about that. Right, let's go to the food. It's going to be ready in 1 minute. Or a piece of roast beef, yeah. Anything that's like big, but if it's based on sort of size, you know, the smaller the things, the longest, smallest food would be a potato. So makes you think, well, could I just put it in the microwave? It might be quicker. So Jay says I wasn't successful with the pork chops. Was this in your air fryer, Jay, or in a different thing? Anyway, let's come back to the food. It's going to be ready in 40 seconds. Now, we ain't got time really to do any grilling. I was going to grill some, what's it called, sweet corn. Can you remember how long to grill the sweet corn? Do you remember when I did the egg though as well, Jay? I tried to do the eggs, and the air fried eggs weren't the best. Until I realised you had to add some oil in there, some water in there. So you want to try and get rid of oils, but sometimes it does require that oil. Right, flip it over. Are we ready to have a look inside? I'll wait till it beeps at me, and then it should tell me the chicken's cooked. Here we go. Oh yes. Oh, look at these guys. What do we think? In fact, I'm going to turn them over. Now, you might think they're done, but I'm going to put them on for another 2 minutes. Some might like them a little bit more cooked. Just look at that. Look at that, guy. Look. I'm going to give it another 2 more minutes. I think I'll put it on for just to show you again. Look, 200. Just go down. Cancel that. It's the only thing, you've got to lift the lid up first. And then I will flip you over. Oh, I've got another 3 more chicken pieces to go in. Well, it's not all for me actually, so I'm only going to probably have about 3 pieces of them. So it's not all for me. So right, I'm going to bring you down. So get a plate, pop these on a plate to cool down, and then I'm going to eat one of them, 2 of them. So thank you all for coming in, guys. Thank you for watching. Hopefully you nearly hit my arm then. Hopefully you will try this recipe. I think it's really easy to say. You don't need to go and buy all these panko breadcrumbs in little tins. Just find them, breadcrumbs, it sticks, which are like less than 50p, really cheap. Mash them, crush them down, add a bit of milk, which you've got at home, add your flour, get some spices. You can try any spices. Try and get these like barbecue ones though, the Caribbean ones, because it has everything in there. And then just make it up yourself, and you don't need to deep fry stuff. Just get an air fryer, put it in whichever air fryer you're using, and I like today's cooking recipes because I'm going to learn what foods that you cook in your air fryer, and I will, I'm always looking for good new recipes for my air fryer. So just waiting 20 more seconds. I'll put the food on the plate. I'll get some coleslaw out, and then I'll decide if I want to do the sweet corn a bit later. But I will be back on in 4 hours' time. So, all right, let's get this out. Oh yeah, they look so much better now. At least I know they're cooked. So let's get all this chicken on here. And as I say, these are all chicken breasts. Oh, it looks so crispy. We need to cut into one of them though, don't we? So look at the size of these. I'm going to put them at other. Just look at, there's loads. Hopefully all you Americans watching, hopefully I've done this justice. Just look at them. What should we call it? I know what we can call it, Gemma. We can call it YFC. Yorkshire Fried Chicken. Yorkshire Fried Chicken, everyone. Hey, I've got an idea. We could put them in some Yorkshire puddings. And we could have our own Yorkshire puddings with Yorkshire Fried Chicken. Right, I'm just going to just leave it there to rest. I'm going to pop these others in to my machine. And then these will cook. Now, it's already preheated, so I don't need to. don't need to preheat the machine. Is there actually a Yorkshire fried chicken there? Ah, right, okay. Oh, well, never mind. Right, I'm just going to spray them with some oil. Okay, and pop that on. Air fry. Manual. Oh, that's so preset chicken. And then it will go up to temperature. So let's have a cut into one of these. Oh my god, this looks so nice. Look. The snow, it's stopped now, luckily, thankfully, Alexis, it's all disappeared. Well, it's still there, but it stopped snowing, which is good. So, what time is tea? Tea is now, Gemma. Right, let's cut into this. I'll just cut into one of them. So much chicken here now. Look at that. Oh my, look. It's like a giant chicken nugget. Thanks, Jay, yeah. But you need to let these rest, really, for a few minutes. So, I'm going to have to have a little taste, aren't I? Cheers, everyone. Very hot. Let's have a little taste. Oh my gosh. Oh my god, I'm in chicken heaven, guys. Now, you know me, I love my KFC. That is so good. Colonel Sanders would be proud. Colonel Sanders would be proud. Mmm. Mmm. Oh. Oh. Mmm. Oh. It's so hot, but it's beautiful. Mmm. Let's flip you around then. So up next, we actually have Brenda. Brenda's up next. So Melanie had to, we changed Melanie's time. So I'm going to have this with a bit of coleslaw. So thank you all for coming in, everyone. It's a really easy recipe. Go and make it, and I shall see you in about 4 hours' time. So thanks for watching, guys. Love you all. Take care. Up next, we have Brenda. Good luck, Brenda. Don't worry, Gemma. That's all right. Take